Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Okay, we're going to do Taurus reading. Shout out to my video that I made about the Farmer's Almanac about astrology. Why I got into my argument for astrology, how I got into it. I actually used this for many, many years. And then wanted to get more into the moon cycles on a personal level rather than just a gardening one. And it's also good for fishing. It's been a part of our survival for a long time. And so I bought a book that I thought was just mainly moon cycles called The Eye of Magic, or The Magic of Eye is the website, magicofeye.com. And eye is just a line with a little dot above it. And it turned out to be a whole astrological thing with all the different planets and placements and whatnot. So that's how I kind of got into astrology, was through the Farmer's Almanac. And then I picked up a book and a tarot deck, the Illuminated Tarot, which is actually a playing card deck. So the clubs are going to be wands. This happens to be the magician as well. King of Clubs is the magician in this deck. I did do a video on this and whatnot. So diamonds are pentacles, hearts are cups, and spades are swords. Okay, so we're going to do the read with this deck, because I just did one for Capricorn. It's freaking amazing. Alright, Taurus, 3's down, 3's up, and 3's are wild. Ooh. And that's half the deck. Love you, Taurus. I hope you're doing okay. All these transits are hitting people different, so just kind of depends on kind of like your life cycle, where you're at, where you need to be, where you're supposed to go at this point, what you need to be processing through. It just kind of depends. Got one card. Come on, Taurus. Ooh, I believe that is the Sun card, the 9 of Wands. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that's the Sun card. Ooh, I had a flipper. Okay, so no, it's not COVID's fault. It's my fault. I've always been like this. And there's nobody else in the room with me right now. So, King of Pentacles. Very nice. 9 of Wands and the Sun card. And the 8 of Pentacles. Holy Pentacles, Taurus. Okay. Oh, so you've got the 6 of Cups, which is also the Lover's card. Then you've got, ooh. Then you've got the 10 of Swords, which is, I think this is something else too, and I can't remember what it is. I'll look it up. And then the 9 of Cups. Ooh. Holy emotional sovereignty here. Oof. Okay. Okay. Gonna double check, just to make sure. I went through it a couple times last night, but like, maybe the 10 of Swords doesn't mean anything. Okay, where's... Okay, so the 8 and the King. The 8 and the King, or just the 8 and the King. Okay. And then the 10 is Judgment. Okay. Oh. Well, that's good. You're taking your head with your heart here. Because you got 6 of Cups and 9 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups is the Lover's card. Y'all are feeling the V-Day vibes up in here. Alrighty then. Okay, I'm just rolling with it. Capricorn was kind of on the same note. And I'm like, alright, I'm going to just roll with it. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I don't need that anymore. Okay. So, this says to me, It's interesting because I just talked to Capricorn about the as above, so below. Taurus, you have Pentacles above, but you have the hearts below. So, and there's wands in the center of this, but it's the 9 of Wands. You're wounded. And then you've got the 10 of Swords, which is also Judgment in between your two hearts here. That's rough. That's rough. You're keeping emotionally mature about it. But it's something about this is painful. Do we have to have a keep your flame discussion? Because I feel like there's woundedness here, obviously. I mean, here, I'll just show you what the clear and defined decisiveness of the mojo happening. So here's your above. I says your below. Okay, so this camera's kind of wonky. Like the colors are all, my hair's more purple than it is red, but it's showing up as red in here. Oh, now it looks more purple. I do not want to be this close to the camera. So, it's just, so this is this above and below thing. This, even though this 9 looks really green on the screen, the red is really popping out at me. So there's red here. It's a stark contrast to what's in the middle, in between the 2 pentacles and in between the 2 hearts. So we're gonna get some clarifiers up in here. But what are you doing? I feel like there's something else at the heart of you, in the center of you, that you need to bring it out, bring it to light. If you're wounded, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's got wounds. If you're not alive, that's the only, and even then, you gotta go deal with that crap, and yeah. So, yeah, it's understandable, but you're transmuting it here. The chicken, it's all about the truth. What do chickens do? Oh, we're going in deep now. I'm falling in love with this deck. We're going in deep, Taurus. What do chickens do? You ever watch chicken? They scratch. They're constantly scratching to get below the surface to see if there's any good ones down there. That's what chickens do. Besides laying eggs and but like, that's mostly what they spend their day doing, is scratching. Wobble, wobble, scratch, scratch, poke, poke, nothing, wobble, scratch, scratch, poke, poke. It's better than TV. Don't judge me. Anyway, so this is, because it totally makes sense to me that this is the Judgment card, because that's what chickens do constantly. They're constantly scratching below the surface, which is what it should be called, discernment. Judgment is very... Oh, did you see her, darling? She was wearing white after Labor Day, or something crazy like that, or just something weird, you know, that's like superficial that nobody should really be caring about. Chickens are not that type of energy. They want to get below the surface, hence the scratching. So this card should actually be called discernment, in my humble opinion, because we've taken judgment and we've done terrible things to it and with it. So this says to me that this is some sort of like, you just trying to get to the bottom of it here and complete the process of enlightenment when it comes to your heart space. Now, this could be that you have a schnuggums that you need to get to the bottom of something and scrape away and just do a heart to heart. Ugh, I know what song I'm going to sing. Okay, anyway. It's such a beautiful song. So, and I think that once you do that, everything's going to be okay because you're holding your own here. You're not like in your, the cups are in the upright. If it was like this, I'd be like, I. But they're upright, okay? So don't panic. Because you are the master of your craft, whatever this is. You're the master of it, okay? And you're working, even though it's an owie, and it's in the light, I feel like you're a wounded warrior, I don't know. But you're working really hard. Getting them Pentacles. This feels like mastery of the craft. You've worked long, hard. You've put in the time, the energy, the blood, the sweat, the tears. And it's coming to fruition here. And now you're looking at your love life going, darling, I'm so sorry. And I'm not really a love channel. I'm not. But when this shows up in the roots of the read, you know, what do you say? You don't be like, I think this is a pang with yourself, darling. No, it's not. This is a significant other's energy. Okay. Let's get some clarification. Oh my God, I babbled on for 11 minutes. See what happens when you give me an inch. Let's get the, I feel like I don't even need to. All right, let's get the threes up. Clarified, please. I did each card last time, and the universe was like, I told you once, darling. Eight of Cups in reverse, not walking away. Well, that's good. All right, here we go. 7 of Pentacles in the upright, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Sun. You don't want to, you're not walking away. You're watching things grow. You don't want to work with anybody else. And that's it's blatantly obvious here that you don't want to work with anybody else. Why did that card show up though? 5 of Cups. Oh, 4 of Pentacles. Oh, okay. So there might have been a time where you didn't want to give and you decided that you weren't going to give to whatever this is in your root system, and you held on to something and you did spill cups because of it. I'm not sure what that means to you. This could have been value destruction. This could have been, maybe it was resources, maybe it was like your time, attention, and energy, right? So remembering that when we're looking at Pentacles, it's not always about money in the bank. Our resources are our time, attention, love, affection, focus, gratitude. Those are resources too, and we just neglect them to all ends of bitter nothingness. So it feels like maybe you had to force a few things here, and it just wasn't it was not good for this pair bonding here. And when I say force, how do I mean? Like you held on to the affection while kind of coming off in a disingenuous way. Disingenuous, is that a word? Disingenuine way. Yeah, and I think it spilled some cups. So I think that's why that's here. Alright, let's get the roots of the read clarified. One card. Oh, 3. The Moon. Knight of Swords. The Devil. Loomy McLoomerton has shown his face. Temperance and the Chariot. Okay. So, 3. Hello, Sara. The Ten of Swords, but the good one, it's in reverse. The cycle is complete. Well, Ten of Swords. Really? Because that's what you have here. So I think what's going on is that the moon, your subconscious, is now getting really, 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 really clear about what you desire. About what you need to bring to the table, what you need to ignite, what you need to light up. See how she's holding this in her hand, and then... So I think you're coming to an understanding that even though you think you're bound to something, I don't think you are as bound to your whatever this pentacle situation is as you'd like to believe. I don't think you are as trapped as you think you are. And I think that you're getting really mentally clear about that. You're bringing it to the light. So you got Temperance, the Chariot, and the Ten of Swords in reverse. So you're completing the cycle. You're flying over the whatever the heck this turbulent water is here. Okay. You're flying over it. You're not in a boat. You're flying over it. Okay. To balance and equality here. Yay! Okay. Good place to be. And then below that is the Nine of Pentacles. Sovereignty, independence. But look at how she's offering. She's got a little birdie. Safe haven. Oftentimes the sovereign people are. Okay. So, let's get... What do we want? Okay. Kind of like a... I kind of want like a gentler vibe. Let's go... I don't think you need a spirit animal. I don't have any moo gooey goo deck oracle thingies. Yes, I do. I have the fairies. I forgot about the fairies. Fairies. I forgot. I apologize. I do have goo-goos. Okay, so let's see what kind of goo we can get for Taurus. That's not what I meant. Oh, jeez, please. Okay. The source of magic. Bless. People keep getting this card and getting this card and getting this card and getting this card. I feel like I've read it like, oh my nose. Okay. Do you believe in magic? Do you get copyright strikes for that? Oh, shit. Oh, God. Okay. Magic is not just for the fairies. Or the glare that is on this poor lady's face. Okay. Peekaboo. Come on. Show yourself. I suppose this is my like, no, I don't like the camera projecting itself onto this blasted card. And now she's blurry. Oh my lord. Okay. Oh, okay. You get the vibe, right? Okay. Magic is not just for fairies. You are also a source of magic. Every time you inhale and exhale, you breathe in the energy of source. Whether you call it God, spirit, divinity, father, mother, it is the source of all that is. It resides in everything in our universe and within our own body. As a human being on earth, you are endowed with the gift of manifestation. Through your thoughts, visualizations, feelings, and words, everything in your world you have thought into existence. Remember that what you focus on is what grows into manifestation. So be very careful of where you place your attention. Like the fairies, bring as much joy and love into your heart and in your life as you can. Open yourself to receive. Think positive thoughts. Transmute negative feelings and thoughts into positive ones. If a negative picture should appear in your mind, replace it with a picture of a positive input. Soon you will see how things begin to shift as your life becomes happier and full of wonderful new changes. Always ask what it is you need to be given is for your highest good. When something is for your highest good, then it is also for the highest good for others. No harm will come to the others through your request. If it is not for your highest good, then it will not happen, and something better will replace it. You are the source of magic. I'm going to go through some things with you about that. Just a moment, darling. Okay. I replenish my body. This is the chant you're supposed to say, by the way. I replenish my body with the breath of spirit. I exhale in order that I may inhale again. My thoughts and words are clear and divinely inspired. I am open to receiving my good. I manifest all that is divinely possible for me. So mote it be. Make yourself a wand today. Okay, so here's the thing. If we were intended to be perfect, we would be perfect. But if you hadn't noticed, none of us yet has been. So, remembering that when you're going through this process, so like if something bad pops into your head or something bad hits your life, it's just an opportunity for growth and expansion and understanding. Things like that kind of send you into like a misunderstanding of what needs to happen. There's certain things at play that need to come about in your life, and you can see that when you look at your astrology chart, if you move it around a little bit. So when it comes to the idea of that this negative thought that you had is just supposed to go away and whatever else, the important part that they did mention is the transmutation and transformation of that thought. And in order to do that, you have to come to an understanding of why it crept in the first place. Why is it here? Why did you show up? What do you have to teach me today? That's the part that the spiritual community kind of just skips over. And it's really weird because it's like, yeah, I'm in charge of my thoughts. But if my thoughts are a result of either what happened in my past or what I've been told by others or what my structure for living is or what my belief system happens to be, that all has to be taken into account when you're doing this manifestation. That all has to be accounted for. And when it says that, like, if it's supposed to happen for you, it will happen for you. Oftentimes, people who force it find themselves in excruciating misery because they're working towards something that they don't even desire. They don't even want it. So then they end up in a place where they're in extreme pain. Sometimes even on a physical level, emotionally, mentally, financially, socially, whatever, exhausted. And it's because they just didn't listen to what they actually wanted. They were going off someone else's model for what they were supposed to want for their life. That gets really tricky and really dangerous. So keeping your flame, keeping your authentic self in order, and keeping yourself sovereign is really the key to every kingdom that ever was. And that kingdom does belong to you. And that kingdom is in here. It's not out there. It's not up there. It's not down there. It's not, none of that. It's in here. And then when you realize that, you can wake up to the fact that paradise is right here. It's at our feet. And we just have to appreciate it and be grateful for it. And that's when the real magic starts. So when we're talking about thinking positive thoughts and manifesting and things like that, expecting people to think positive 100% of the time, I'm not, if that's what you think, if that's what you're listening to, please, please, please be careful. That gets you into, it puts out the vibe of like, if they can't pull it off, like if they're having this thought or this pattern reoccurring in their life and they can't come to the understanding of how to work with that energy, and they have somebody saying in their face, well, you're just not meant for that then. But they're in extreme pain because they've been, fighting off these bad thoughts without transmuting them, transferring them, and transforming them. And all of a sudden, these bad thoughts kind of take over because they haven't, if you don't explain to them before you start instructing them how to do these things, they're going to have a bad time, okay? So let's keep that in mind, please and thank you, when we're putting this out into the world. Because we're human. We're human. Now, I understand that a lot of people want to escape the fact that they're human. But that's not going to happen. Because as long as you're wearing one of these things, okay? As long as you got one of those on, you're human. You're still human. Okay? So let's be gentle with ourselves. Let's treat ourselves with some kindness, some dignity, and respect for being human and getting through this process. Let's maybe think about that, okay? Let's hold space for being a whole and sovereign entity on this plane of existence. I think we can do that. I think that'd be okay. I'm not saying go out and break laws and do stupid stuff. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that, like, if you have a bad thought, or you have a shitty day, or you say something you shouldn't, or you flick somebody off in traffic, it doesn't mean you're the freaking devil. Learn from it. Transmute it. Ask yourself, why incarnation did I need to do that? Why was that necessary? Because it made you feel good for 5 seconds? Okay, why did it make me feel good for 5 seconds? Okay, and this is the stupidest example, but apparently you can't get away with saying much else other than this on the internet. So why though? Keep asking yourself those questions. That's how you transmute, transform, and transfer energy. Is understanding the root of why it's happening. Why do I feel the need to put the 10 of Swords between my Lovers and my 9 of Cups? Why do I feel like I'm a wounded warrior when it comes to my value structures, my Pentacles of any sort? Why is that? How did I get that way? Is that how I really want to live? Am I living in my authentic life? How can I better that? How can I transmute, transform, and transfer all of that pain into something that's greater than myself for the highest good of all? Ooh. So those are things that you can ask yourself repetitively. Why is this happening? What keeps coming up that is interrupting my peace, my sovereignty, my whatever the heck it is that's being interrupted? What is it? Why is it there? How did it get there? What can you do to negate it, to transform it, transfer it, transmute it, into something that's more positive. Where's the silver lining? What can you learn from it? Where's the opportunity to grow here? Where's the opportunity to do better now and the next time something comes around? Okay? So don't beat yourself up for having bad thoughts, okay? Remember that there's a process there. And it's totally doable. It's not some obscure thing that you need to pay $8,000 for in a freaking weekend class. You just need to learn how to ask yourself the right questions and maybe jot some answers down. This isn't this process of being human and trying to be spiritual at the same time is not an impossible one, and it's not expensive. It doesn't need to be expensive. You could go out and buy books and whatnot and do some practice and use yourself as an experiment. If it doesn't work, I tried with CPTS books and all that other crap. It's not you. It's the system. Okay, we need to stop this, because this doesn't work for some people. It's just not going to work for those people. You keep going until you find something that works. Persistence. Capricorn had that card. Keep persisting. It will come. Okay, so if you can't get rid of the nasty thoughts, ask them why the hell they're showing up and what you need to learn from them and how you can make them, shut up. Turn them into something that's more productive. Okay? And that process is entirely up to you. I can't explain to you how awesome the day was when I figured out how to do it all by my winsy self. Okay? So, I have total faith that you're capable of doing that, Taurus. My son's a Taurus. Freaking genius. Comes up with the most incredible, random off-the-cuff statements. It's really cool. So, Taurus, have a beautiful rest of your day. And I hope that you and your lover get along swell in the next, several decades. Okay? Until next time, keep your flame.